live, and we are live on YouTube. So welcome everybody to another Musiversal live stream. I'm so happy to see that we already have a couple of people here watching us. As always, I'm your host Pedro Zimmer from the Artist Relations team, and I'm joined here today by Christiano Galvão, our drummer on Musiversal Unlimited. Cristiano, how are you doing tonight?
Yeah, I'm doing very well. Thank you.
Awesome, and it's great to have you here. And for everyone that is joining, it's great to have you all here as well. And as usual, before we start, I do have a couple of messages that I want to give you guys, to tell you guys. So before we go to music, and I need to share some things with you. Probably you already know that, you already understand, and you already know our revolutionary subscription program called Musiversal Unlimited. You get unlimited sessions with musicians, producers, and engineers for 199 a month. We launched recently, and actually we already have hundreds of subscribers, booking thousands of sessions every month. Because of that, if you want to join, we do have a wait list. We invite users from the wait list once a month. So to get on there, it's pretty easy. If you're not there already, you can just go to musiversal.com and you can join our wait list. The next invite and the window is opening on September 8th. So if you are already on the wait list, and if you joined before August 29th, you'll get your invite by then by text, email, and you also probably receive any contact from our artist relation teams, because we want to make sure that you know that you've been invited and you can join. If you join the waitlist after August 29, then you'll have to wait until the next window, which will be on October 5th. So make sure you get on now if you're not, so you can get your invite by then. The reason that we make this waitlist is because, well, Musiversal Unlimited is, well, unlimited. So you can book as many sessions as you want. And for now, we only have so many musicians. And we want to make sure that every single one of you guys that sign up to our subscription service can get the most out of the platform and can book whatever musician that you are looking to book. Because of that, we want to keep the space and the seating in Musiversal Unlimited limited for only a certain amount of users, so that all of you get to book as many sessions as you want without having availability issues. And the reason that we only send invites once a month is because while we are not sending invites, we're actually hiring more musicians or hiring more hours with our current musicians and looking for new musicians, so that we can bring in more people. We only bring more people, more users in Unlimited if we have more availability, so you don't have to wait a lot to book your sessions. Without further ado, now that our messages are over, we can start talking about music. And as usual, you know how these live streams work. We're gonna actually record something, and you're gonna see how a Musiversal session works today with drums. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask and let us know. We have Cristiano here, which is a expert when it comes to beating things and making sounds that we like to hear. And if you have any questions regarding drums, regarding Musiversal Unlimited, regarding the sessions, let us know in the comment, in the chat here below, and we'll be more than happy to help you out. And if you want to listen to the best quality audio, if you are a Musiversal user already, you know how it works. You know the drill. We don't use regular audio streaming platforms for audio. We use Audio Movers, which allows us to stream the audio with better quality. So that way you can listen to actually what is being recorded. If you want to listen to this session via Audio Movers, I just put the link on the chat below, and I'm writing the password right now, which is going to give you access to the audio stream. Now, mind you, the audio stream is only for Cristiano's sound, so you won't hear me, but I mean, it's much cooler to hear his music than to hear me talking a lot. So, join there to listen to the audio with best quality. You're gonna be able to listen to every single microphone that is in his drum set with the best quality, with the quality that you would listen to if you were doing a Musiversal session. If you don't want to join, if you don't want to enter in audio movers right now and you just want to keep here on YouTube, that's fine. You'll be able to listen to him playing as well, and you're also going to be listening to a very good quality audio stream, but it's just not going to be the same. Audio movers is much better. It's pretty much the difference between the quality, I don't know, from Spotify and CDs. So take advantage of that. Now, without further ado, Cristiano, are you ready to record some music?
Absolutely. I'm just here with the session open. My session open here in Pro Tools. The music is here, it's tracked here, and I'm just ready to go.
Awesome. Just so you guys have some context, this song that I sent Cristiano is actually from a podcast that I produced a while ago. And I sent Cristiano actually two options. I sent the opening and the closing, and he could choose whatever he wanted to record. So, Cristiano, which one did you choose?
Yeah, I'm gonna record the closing section with a more long section.
Awesome.
It's like a pretty basic, like a very straightforward groove, but very interesting groove, by the way.
Great.
And yeah, will be awesome to record that.
Awesome. I'm really happy. I'm really excited to see what you can do with that because, to be honest, when I did that, I just looked at a loop from Splice, and because I don't play drums and I don't know anything, I just wanted something groovy, and I put the loop there, and now I'm looking to have something properly recorded, something that sounds more realistic, I would say. So it's a very groovy podcast, very groovy groove, I would say. So yeah, man, why don't you give
Yeah.
it a go and let's see what's up.
So okay, so I'm just gonna put my camera down a little bit, just for you just to see my performance here, and I will do it.
Great. And that already sounds so much more natural than what it was before.
Yeah, awesome. Do you want another? Do you want another take?
Yes, I want to hear your thoughts. Like, do you have any ideas or something that comes to your mind as to like what you think you would that would work good for this track specifically?
Yeah. First, I like the groove, by the way, and there's some parts that the bass just go out, and the drums just stayed, just grooving. So I like because the shed light to the drums on that part, but it's just keeping grooving. Yeah, I think I just could put a little fuse in some parts. This stage I was very straightforward, and we can try a couple fills if it's okay for you.
Yeah, man, if you could add some more feels, I think that would be great. You know, that something that I really, really like also. You know how Chad Smith from Red Hot Chili Peppers does like that ghost note thing in the snare?
Yeah,
Can you
yeah,
add some of that as well?
yes, of course I will.
Awesome. Let's see it.
Let's let's do it.
I dig it. I really dig
Yeah.
it.
Yes, yes.
I have
Cool.
just one more request, if that's cool. You know,
Please.
when in the end, for that that last hit, because it's a very, I mean, it's a very punchy thing, and there's a very low. The bass is also a loop that I'm going to replace by a real bass later. Um, there's a
Yeah.
very, it's like a very ending hit, and you're ending very nicely with the snare. But you know when you hit the, I'm not very good when it comes to drum terms or stuff like that because I'm not a drummer. But when you hit the hi hat and then after you hit it, you hold it with your hand or something like that.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
because it like it rings just a little bit, but then you kind of muffle it. Um, can you do that for the final hit?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's record another one. I will do it.
Awesome.
Let's jump. Let's go. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, that was exactly what I was looking for.
Ah, ah, I'm glad to hear it.
So, do you have any other ideas that you think it would work good for this track? Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I think we can try one last take. Maybe I will change a little bit the groove just for you to have another option. Just, like a different idea to have. What do you think?
Yeah, man. I mean, we have time, and it's a pretty short track. So, and I already have what I need for what I'm actually gonna use. So, I think it only can get better from now. So, yeah, let's try
Okay,
it.
so I'll do. Let's see what's come to my mind in the last one. Yeah,
That
it's
sounds great.
more like a little jagged. Yeah,
I liked
it's
how
different
the
take.
fills sounded. They sounded different. I don't know. It sounded like more punchy with it, and I really like it. We actually have a suggestion from the audience right now. Do you mind
Oh,
if we do another take following
yeah,
one of?
no.
We have David Gerhardt, which actually is part of Musiversal as well, giving a suggestion for us to record, for you to do a take, like using more like the right symbol. Uh, could you maybe, I don't know if you want to do a new groove or if you want to try the same groove with right symbol. I trust you to make that decision.
Yeah, let's do it. Maybe on that take I will try some straight, like very straight groove, and then we'll try to do some right patterns, uh, maybe close to the end. Let's see what happens. I will
Awesome, let's
try.
do it.
Let's do it. Everything sounding good. The drums, everything.
Yeah, for me, it sounds great. So, people from the audience, if you can let us know if this sounds good, please let me know in the comment if everything is fine. If anything is too loud or too soft, we'll work on the audio on our
Yeah, the
end
mix and everything.
to make it sound better. So let us know, please.
Yes, let's go ahead for another one.
Let's do it. Yeah, right
Yeah.
cymbals were definitely a great idea. So, well, David is a drummer as well,
Yes.
so he knows what he's talking about.
I was like straightforward at the beginning, then trying to add some parts. So
That sounds awesome, man. So, well, we do have a couple of. If this was a real session, actually, it would be a very. We would have a lot of spare time in the session because it's a very, very short song. I mean, is less than a minute long. Um, just so I can have the option to for the mixing later. Can you record some kicks and some snares, separate, so I can, if I need to replace some in the editing later, I can have some of those?
oh yes, yes. So just kick and snare.
Yeah, I don't, and maybe like one or two crashes that I can maybe use, but mainly kick and snare. I think those are the things that I will need. I'll use the most
Okay.
if necessary.
So but do you want a separate like one take with just with the bass drum, and the other with the snare, or I can just play a take just a snare and bass drum.
I know it doesn't even have to be with the song itself. It's just like you can just hit record and record like maybe I don't know 3 or 4 kicks. Just so I can take that and substitute it, and then 3 or 4 snares, so I can replace that if necessary in the
Okay.
editing.
Okay. I will.
Awesome. Yep, that's exactly what I needed. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what I need, and I'm ready to um, edit those drums now, or maybe send to Arthur to edit for me because I'm definitely sure he can make a drum sound better than I can. But yeah, man, that was awesome. That's exactly what I need. Thank you so much. And I don't know
Perfect.
about the audience, but I am pretty happy.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Awesome. So we do have a couple of questions, and now since we're moving to the Q&A session of this live stream, how are the sessions usually for you? Are they that fast? I mean, I know this is a pretty short track, but how usually is a regular session with a Musiversal user for you?
Yeah, for me, yes. With the client, it's like a 35-minute session. So before that, I have 15 minutes of preparation to listen all the material, and then we have 35 minutes with the client now to record, to discuss, and to experiment. But I have to have between like 7 to 10 minutes of the end of the session of the 35 minutes window to do the post-production work. What does that mean? Like as soon as I finish recording, I have to export all the takes. For drums, in my case, it's 8 channels, and then so I have to export, and then I have to compress all the files, the drum steams, and then drop to the client's folder. So depends of the what I have to do. For instance, if a take has a lot of punch-ins,
So one of those takes,
so
I
one of
have
those
to
takes I have
consolidate
to
all the
consolidate
streams,
all the
and then
streams,
to
and
export,
then
and
to
then to compress. So
export, and
it takes
then to compress. So
time.
it takes
So that's
time.
why I
So
have
that's
to
why
have this,
I have to
but
have
between
this
7 to 10 minutes.
between
Depends on the
7 to
length of the
10
song.
minutes. Depends on the
You
length
know,
of the song.
usually,
You know,
it's
usually,
like it's funny because
it's like it's
we
funny
think
because
like
we think
an
like
average of time
an
of a
average
song,
of
like
time
three
of a song
minutes,
like
3 minutes and a
3 minutes,
half.
3
But
minutes and a
I'm
half.
getting a lot
But
of
I'm
interesting
getting a lot
songs
of
from
interesting
clients,
songs from
and that
clients,
they are
and
longer
that
than that.
they are longer than that.
Songs like four
Songs like
minutes,
4 minutes,
4 minutes
like
and 40
4 minutes and
seconds,
40
almost like
seconds,
5 minutes. It's
almost
like
like
long
five
song
minutes.
with a
Like,
lot
it's
of
like long
parts.
song to a lot of
It's not that
parts.
short
It's not that
type
short
of songs.
type of
So
song.
I have to manage that
So I
time.
have to
So
manage that time.
if the song is that too long,
If the song is that too
I will be
long,
able to
I will
record
be
like
able
one, two
to
takes at
record
most.
like 1, 2 takes at most.
And but
And
if you have like
but
a
if
shorter
you have like
song,
a
so we can
shorter song, so we can
experiment more and
experiment
do like
more
three
and do
takes.
like 3 takes.
But yeah, usually
But yeah,
it
usually
works that way.
it works that
And
way.
clients sometimes they stay
And
in the
clients
end,
sometimes
like
they stay in the end,
or
like
not, because I have to
or
do this
not, because I have
post
to do
production
this
work
post
within the
production
session.
work within the
So
session.
yeah, but
So
I'm
yeah,
getting the
but
flow. I just
I'm
started
getting the flow.
with
I
Musiverse
just
and just
started
a
with
month
the verse and just
here, and
a
I'm
month.
really
Yeah,
enjoying
I'm
like
really enjoying
the job, and
the
to be able
job,
to record
to
all
be able
kinds
to
of
record
music with
all kinds of
meeting a lot of
music with
people
meeting
from
a
all
lot of
over the world,
people from
and
all over the world, and
playing, be able to play
playing,
like
be able to
one
play like
session. I'm playing
one session. I'm playing
like heavy rock,
like
like the
heavy
other is
rock,
punk rock,
and
and
the
the
other is
next
punk
session
rock, and the
I'm doing
next
like
session
brush
I'm
work,
doing like
very
brush
gentle,
work, very gentle,
jazz ballad,
jazz
and the
ballad,
other
and the
sessions like
other sessions like
alternative, more like
alternative,
60s
more like
and Beatles
60s
stuff.
and
It's
Beatles stuff.
crazy,
It's
and that
crazy,
I think
and
that's the beauty of it.
I think that's
You
the
know,
beauty of it.
you
You know,
you're helping
you're helping
people's music,
people's
and make
music,
them happy with
and
that.
make them happy with that.
So I really,
I
my
really,
pleasure is just
my
trying
pleasure is
to
just trying
help
to
the music
help the
sound
music
good, and
sound
to
good,
make
and
clients happy
to make
with
clients
my
happy
part.
with my part.
If my drums fit
If my
their
drums
song, and
fit
if I
their
can
song, and
understand
if I can
the
understand
mood and what the
the
clients
mood
want,
and what the clients
and
want,
when
and
that happens,
when
it's really
that
good.
happens,
It's
it's really
really
good. It's
like,
really,
make
like
me
make me
very happy.
very happy.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, and I imagine it's we have a very diverse set of users here in Musiversal. I know because I talked to a lot of users before they joined Musiversal. They set meetings with me to ask questions about Unlimited, and I help them get set up and set up their sessions. And with together with the rest of the team of artist relations, and it's crazy because that's exactly I have pretty much the same feeling as you do. Like I'm talking to someone, and we're talking about classical music and orchestras and all that kind of stuff. And right after, I'm talking about really heavy guitars with hard rock, dude. It's just awesome. So you've been with Musiversal for a month. Can you give us a little bit of background as to what kind of work you did before Musiversal? Because I know, well, I know you're from Brazil, so I know your work from Brazil. But what kind of work did you do before Musiversal, and where can we, listen to your stuff?
Yeah, I'm a like a touring and session drummer from Rio de Janeiro. I've been like uh, playing for more than 30 years, like 36 years or something. And I've been playing and recording a lot with a lot of Brazilian artists, like major Brazilian artists. And I was very fortunate to play and record with very important artists here in Brazil, and to be able to be in records that like sold like thousands of copies here, like gold and platinum status here in Brazil, and like very successful songs that is playing on the radio. So I've been doing this like for more than 30 years, like playing with artists. Currently I'm playing with singer songwriter Zélia Duncan. I've played with her like a lot of years ago, like 16 years ago, and I recorded her live DVD from 2003, Sortimento Viva, and then we started working together from 2019 onwards, and after COVID, that we all had to stop, and we start playing again in 2020, 22, and we are playing around touring. And besides that, I have one CD that an album that I released in 2006, an album of Brazilian jazz that I made with bassist Alexandre Cavallo. Is a great bass player from Brazil. And then also I'm an author, so I have two books out there. Creative Brazilian Drumming that I released in 2010, and Brazilian Grooves Play Along that was released in 2018. And yeah, that's my life, playing all over the place. And besides Zélia Duncan's, like this is a more Brazilian pop kind of music. I play like with jazz groups here and there around Rio, and doing sessions. And when came this opportunity to work with Musiversal, like to remote recording from my home studio and play all kinds of music, it was really really awesome, and I'm really happy with that.
That's great. That's awesome, dude. And I know that now I'm gonna ask you a question that is going. I think it's going to be a little bit funny. And if we have any Brazilians listening to us, probably you know what I'm talking about. If you're not Brazilian, probably not. But I know that you played with Simone. So
Yeah.
are your drums that I hear every time that I enter a store during Christmas time?
No, no, no. I played with Simone 10 years between 2010 and 2020. I recorded an album with her in 2013, É Melhor Ser. But this album she recorded in, I think it was in the 90s, I think. 99. I wasn't playing with her, but
Okay.
probably you've heard my drumming with the other big artists that I played with. I played for 16 years. He called Jorge Versilo, and I recorded a lot of his uh, hits from 1999 to 2006. Que nem Maré, Homem-Aranha, Mona Lisa, Final Feliz, a lot of songs that still playing on the radio 20 years after I recorded.
That's
And
crazy.
so probably, yeah, here in Brazil, you've heard some of those songs.
Yeah, for those that are not Brazilians and didn't get it, Simone is an artist that recorded a Christmas album like in the 90s, and it's amazing. Every single supermarket, every single store, every single
Yeah.
place that receives customers plays that album over and over and over and over again during
Yes,
Christmas.
yes.
So it's and there is no other Christmas songs to be played, only hers. So it's kind of a funny thing. So we just had a comment from R.A. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, saying Cristiano is the man. So I'm guessing he probably recorded with you.
Oh, yes, yes. Yeah, it was a client that recorded a song with him. Yeah, it was awesome. A great song.
That man, that's so cool. Like every time I do a live stream with Musiversal musicians, there's always a Musiversal user saying like, "Oh yeah, this musician is awesome. This musician is great," and I'm like, "Man, this is so cool."
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
so
Uh, I'm pretty glad to hear that.
Coming back to sessions and how they work, you mentioned that you spend a little bit of time on the session, doing some post-production work and sending the files and all that. But I also understand there is some pre-production work as well because you need to set up the Pro Tools session and all that. Um, and when it comes to, well, it's even though today we had plenty of time to experiment with different things and record some takes and record some crazy things that we wanted to record. When you mentioned that there are some songs and some clients that are coming by with longer songs, like sometimes even 5 minutes, and you want to make sure that those sessions are as effective as possible and as productive as possible on
Absolutely.
our end as the producer sending the files for you, what we can do to make sure that that setup is as easy as possible and we get to start recording as fast as we want as possible.
Yeah. First of all, they have to send a material that's really clear. For instance, like BPM, the tempo of the song. That's very important. That's very important that the song has to be recorded with a metronome. I understand some clients like record like a live song, like especially like rock and roll. That's no problem with that. I can play along with that too. But when the song is not with a click, uh, I have to figure out the tempo variation. It takes time. So you got to like have much more time to learn all the song variation and all of that. Uh, uh, so when the track is like with the metronome is on the correct tempo beat, it's much more easier. That's the first and foremost. Like the track has to be on the time, like the right time, the right informed time of the track, so I can just open my session. What the tempo of the song is like. 120, 115, 60, 75. I just open that, put the tempo, drag the steams into the session. We save time. They save a lot of time because I with that time saved, I can experiment with the clients. What to do, record more takes or whatever. If I just uh, if it takes a lot of time for me to understand the song, to figure out all the different parts, the tempo, change tempo, it's crazy. 15 minutes is not definitely is not enough. This is the first thing. The second one, if there's a chart, would be awesome too, because I will save time. I just can print the chart and look up the structure of the song. So okay, here intro, verse one, pre-chorus, chorus. So even if the client doesn't write the chart, so he can map the structure of the song. So the song has a intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse two, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, lower chorus, big chorus, outro. Okay, so I know the big picture, and then I will listen. I will make the map of the song, so I can do that in the 15 minutes in the play. If I spend the whole 15 minutes just mapping the song, figure out the tempo is wrong. I can't play. I begin the session without playing once, so I have to say, hey, I got to play along first time before we can record. So it's take time. So
Right.
that's what I said. So usually when the 35-minute session starts, we chat about the beginning, like 3 minutes, like 3 to 5 minutes. We like, hey, some inputs of the song, and we have like 20 minutes just a real recording period. And then after that, if you have time, one more take, or I had to stop to do the post production. So if the material is clear, we can just stretch this time like much more to experiment, and you know that's the main goal, is to make music and make the clients happy.
That makes a lot of sense. And when you said chart, I think it's really important to that you what you said, like because I don't know how to write drum charts at all. I don't know how to write
No,
scores. But when you said chart, did I get it right? It's just writing how many bars the verse is, how many bars the chorus is, how many choruses the song has.
exactly. The class doesn't need to give me like a drum score. It's not unless it's an orchestral piece that I have to play that exactly beat on that specific part every time. But it's not the case, I think. But so the class doesn't have to be concerned about that. They just have to give me, if he can, if the class can, if they can, just to the structure of the song. How many, as you said, how many bars, like the intro, 4 bars of intro, 16 bars of verse one. So the basic kicks or notes. It's just like lead sheet. Actually, it's like the lead sheet helps a lot. There's a rest here, a bar of rest. I just recorded a session like a couple hours ago. There was a lead sheet, like, so it has a empty bar before chorus, and then so the chart was there. So the first take, I was like, look at the chart, and okay, so I have to stop at that part. So I made like a pretty fast takes when the material is clear. So yeah, I basically cheat. If they can, it will help. If they can't, just give me like as much SQ as possible, like a good steam with like on tempo, and if they can, like the structure, and of course any notes, specific notes. Or reference, like I'm feeling that song will help, or this drum beat that is programmed there. I think it's a good idea to start a couple of things like that.
That's awesome. Yes, that makes a lot of sense. You said something very important before, which is uh, the song has to be very clear. Not only the chord chart, of course, helps, but the idea of the song has to be very clear. In my case, for the song that I brought, like I didn't, since I am not a drummer and I don't understand anything about drums, I don't even try to come up with drum lines that I think might work. I just sometimes come up, like find a loop that works, or do a very simple thing on with MIDI and send over to a drummer to fix with me. What kind of information, musical information, are you looking for that is going to help you to get what I want? So are references necessary, like sending a Spotify link, or just a loop like I sent you is okay? Um, what is the best way to properly communicate the feel that I want to bring to the song?
If you have a specific reference, like the loop that you sent to me, I will start from there. You know, that's as I said, one of those takes is okay. Okay, let me try a different groove that I was feeling like more straight to packed. So we can experiment with that. But first and foremost, like references. So if they have a reference track with a basic drum beat, that would be awesome. Or a song that has a this type of reference, so I can get the feeling of the song. But some clients, they just send like a melody, harmony, and like a blank page. And that's good too because I get the feeling and I record. It's like two different situations, and sometimes uh, I recorded a session yesterday. I record the client sent to me like a reference, like a track with a drum beat, was like 60 kind of feeling, and okay, was like I was playing, but when I was recording at the session, I really locked into the song, because the melody was so beautiful, and I was feeling like the song much more than the first audition, that the first time that I really listened to that song. And when I was recording, I was like, oh man, that's so good when you feel that, the song and the melody, you really lock into the song, and it happens that you ended up playing the right groove for the music. And when it happens, that's what we say, that's magic. You find the right groove, and that's it. That's what
That's
make this that's job like magical, because magic happens all the time. You are.
oops. I think one testing 1 2. Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Testing 1 2. I think my internet is a little bit weird. Okay, let's see that.
Pedro,
Hey,
uh,
can you
I
hear me?
think I lost you.
Can you hear me? Hello? Well, that's weird. Let's try another network maybe.
Pedro.
Hi, Christian, can you hear me?
Pedro, can you hear me?
Can you guys on the live stream hear us? If you can hear us, let yeah, I think we completely lost Cristiano now, and I hope that you guys didn't lose me. Please let me know in the comments if you can still hear me, and if you can, there's no way that I can know about it, so I have to figure that out by myself. It can hear both, and John can hear us as Hello, hello. Testing 1, 2. Can you hear me?
Yes, Pedro.
Oh, great. I don't know what happened, but now we're
Yeah,
back.
I just lost you.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
I couldn't hear you, but everyone in the comments was telling us that they could hear us both with each other. So I don't know what happened,
okay,
but
yeah.
it's good that we're back. So we were talking about references and that kind of stuff. And I just want to ask everyone in the comments. Well, first of all, thank you for your patience, and we're happy to be back. And if you have any questions, these are the final 10 minutes in our live stream. So if you want to ask Cristiano, now is the time. Cristiano, I have one more question for you that I want to ask, and it's regarding you mentioned before that you record a lot of different styles here at Musiversal. That we do have a very diverse set of users. Is there any genre or any type of specific music that you are not comfortable playing?
Uh, no, no, I think not. You know what surprised me? Because I play a lot of different kinds of music. Now I've used it too because I've played with a lot of different artists and groups, and since I started, very young, and so I started with rock and roll. Then I switched to more Brazilian music and pop Brazilian music, and then switched to jazz. And I just opened my palette, and so here in Musiversal, I get all those kinds of music uh, and different kinds of music. And yeah, I mean, I think there was a couple of songs that they were like really heavy hard rock that uh, I was not like man, how long I've not played this kind of genre. I was like surprised, man. The first session of the day was like, okay, let's go. Very like punk rock or something. Oh man, because I'm 52, and I said, whoa man, just a lot of energy. It's okay, let's go for it. And it was very funny. But I mean, uh, all of those
Oh
sessions that
no.
I did so far, they were like all good, songs to play and fun to play. Pedro,
I wonder if it's my internet.
you still there? One second. Let me just double check it here. The internet maybe will be better. I will be back in 1 second.
Wait. Yeah, I think we lost Christian again. I hope that we can find him soon. So David just said that you guys were hearing Cristiano, but I was frozen. Oh, Cristiano is back. What? So I apparently the problem is my internet. So if
Yeah, I think it's your internet. It's your end.
yes, so if I freeze, don't worry, it's probably me. And yeah, we're happy to be back again. Thank you guys so much for being so nice and so comprehensive. And I don't know why the internet is like that. I mean, it's São Paulo. Thing, internet is pretty much like that here, sadly. So Cristiano, we actually have a question from R.A. Fialos. He asked if for longer or more complex pieces, Do you recommend booking two back-to-back sessions, or maybe even three? Is that allowed? And when I think it would be cool to when do you book those sessions? What is the tipping point that we realize, okay, this is too complex or this is too long? We need more sessions.
Yeah, absolutely. By the way, great question. Thank you. Yeah, if you have a longer piece or a piece with like that you uh, want to experiment, or the piece has a lot of different drum parts, and you know time signature changes, or tempo changes, really recommend to book like 2 sessions, because for us to have like a full hour, of experimenting and recording, and I get time to prepare that, you know. As I said, if this piece has like a chart, a lead sheet, that will make it easier, you know. But I really recommend those kind of situations, like long pieces or more complex pieces, that the client should book like two slots, because for them it's 35-minute slots of drums, right? So yeah, next week I have uh, two slots, 2 sessions for a client. I didn't have time to look at the material yet, but I don't know if it's a complex piece. I just saw that it was a rock piece, but probably he wants to experiment more, and I'll be happy to do that. So yeah, this will be this kind of situation.
Great. We also have another question from John Twice, who wants to know if you recommend having a separate audio click track sent for you for the recording.
No, no. What I really recommend, if it's like the track without drums, you send me a track with a reference. If there is any drum machine, a programmed drum, a VST drum on the Steam, that'll be awesome as a reference. Just where to start, or where the client wants. If the client wants that beat, start with a beat, as we did today. Um, but what it's really important is it's the steam without the drums. I don't need the separate click track. No, just let me know the tempo of the song, the correct tempo, and I set up the click here and I record. Another important thing that I want to mention: uh, there's no need to send, at least for me, because I'm recording drums. I'm like the first uh, piece, of the structure, so I don't need too much steams, sometimes clients wants to send like a, 3 4 different bass takes, or like a lot of uh, percussion tracks, like 6 steams of percussion or drums, and so it makes confusing for me to set up the session, because I have to figure out which is every steam, or if I need them to record, so if make it as simple and clear as possible, like the song that has harmony, melody, and the tempo. So you can send like one theme of harmony, one theme of melody, uh, you know, or and that's it. Or vocals, or one full theme with the whole instrumental part and the vocals, or you know, harmony and melody, and give me the click. So or 3 themes, it's good. A lot of themes make it very, very confusing. Sometimes I imported a lot of themes that I will not use, and we lose time. Time is so precious, and what class has to understand is that the preparation time has to be very focused just to set up the session, mapping the song. If they send like a roadmap that I can look at the chart, or PDF, or any like the structure of the song, the right tempo. I do it very quickly so I can focus on the important thing is like trying the beat, playing before he comes into the Zoom session, and we can just record right away and experiment a lot of things. And so that's really important. So the class has to take the time to send like a clear material, at least for me, and like two or three steams with no drums, or a third steam like as a reference. That's okay, but I don't need more than that, to record.
Awesome. That's really clarifying, and this is something that actually every musician mentions that during the live streams. They have different preferences when it comes to materials that they want to receive, and it's always really good to know what is going to help you to make that session more effective. On that note, we have another question from now John Zilber, which wants some clarification as to the post production that is necessary after the track. So you need to export the files that you recorded and send them over to the clients. Um, how much recording time can he expect when it comes to a session? Because the session is 35 minutes long, but you need some time to export the tracks. Uh, Usually, what is the recording time that he can expect you're going to be able to achieve?
For my experience, Pedro, as I said, I just started, at Musiversal, and this environment was really new to me, like remote recording with this, like this time slots. So I was figuring out how to do it, within the 35-minute session with the clients. The 15 minutes preparation, I'm by myself, but when the client comes in, uh, as I said, depending of the length of the song, depending how I received the material. One of my early session, I think was the second session. The client sent me, second or third session. The client sent me a material with no click track, and man, and the recording was like, the tempo was all over the place, and a lot of tempo variations, and it was hard, for me to play along. I know that, as I mentioned, I could play along, and I said to him, "Listen, I will record that, but I have some parts I have to guess where the downbeat is, because there's no click, and it's like playing live. That's okay, no problem with that. But if you can," I said to him, "if you can re-record that with a metronome, or ask the production team to do a pre-production section to help you with that, and send me this song with the click, with no with the click track, played on the click track, uh, I would record that again. I really want to record the song again, because the song is really good." You know what happened? 2 weeks later, he was back with the track right on tempo. And you know what? He booked another session. He just gave me perfect, a perfect steam on the record, like on tempo. I was so happy. I said, "Man, thank you so much. You improved that, because you sent me the right material, and we can just experimental. I change snare drums all the time, depending on the song. That's really, good." So, going back to the that question. So, for me, I think that the most secure time is like, within the 35 minutes, we have 20 minutes of recording. That's my average goal. Like the first 5 minutes, just to listen to the client's inputs, or some cues or advice about the song, or we can stretch that between 3 to 5 minutes. And I have like 20 minutes, so 25 minutes, 20 minutes recording, so we have 10 minutes more. So so within this 10 minutes window, depending on the song, depending if I'm doing a lot of punch-ins, I have to have 10 minutes. So I got to stop on the last 10 minutes to do that. If I have a song that's not too long, that I am doing well, and I usually do like whole takes. It's very rare that I do punch-ins unless the class wants me to do that. Because when you do the punch-ins, I have to have to more time to consolidate, to export, so we lose more time. So, but yes, 10 minutes in the end of the session, of the 35 minutes, is there what I need for pre-production, like a secured window. By the way, I'm saying that exporting eight drum tracks, eight drum steams, compressing the folder, that takes time to like compress about 2 minutes. It's the computer job, it's not my job. The computer, like, it takes compressing, and after I compress that, I drag to client's folder, and that tempo I'm not counting, because I have to jump to another session. What I really do is just show the client, okay, I'm compressing your folder, I'm gonna drop to your folder there, and I have to jump to another session. That's the my workflow.
And this is to make sure that the clients get the files right away, right? You
Yes.
compress the file with the client in the session so that you're gonna send the files right after you're done. They don't have to wait until the end of the day after all your sessions are done for you to go back to the session and re-edit everything that you have to do and resend it. Like you are going to send right away. So, and the only
Yeah.
thing is going to make it take a little longer is the internet, which we don't control.
Yes. Another thing that I noticed was that one client asked me to send the drum scenes as the, I think was 92 sample rate, 24 92. And then usually it's 24 48 or 24 44 kilohertz. That's the average. The average 24 beats for 48. And this client asked me to send in 92, I think. Pedro, it took like thousands of years. Like, oh my gosh. And when I look at that, just to export those files, it takes so long. So I'm aware of that. If I see the sample rate is like 92, I know that I have to have more time if I record more than two takes. It really depends on the session.
Yeah, I mean because 92 kilo, I think yeah, 92 is literally double the amount of samples. So it's going
Yeah.
to take
So
at
export
least
takes like, oh my god, it's like
yes.
I can't do nothing. This computer's work. It's not Christiano's work. I
That
do my really fast. I like two takes, like whole take with no punch ins. So I do that. That's my job. But the computer job, I have to just watch and wait.
That's completely true. Well, guys, we are getting to the end of our live stream. So if you have any final questions, now is the time to ask because we are almost at the finish line. Actually, we're past of our time. So I just wanted to mention that I want to acknowledge a couple of people that joined today. Marcel Silva Music uh, just said maximum respect for you, Cristiano. So I'm guessing it's someone you know.
Thank
Um,
you.
I also want to acknowledge Phantom Lawless for showing up, John, R.A. Files, and the other John for dropping by and sending questions. Thank you so much, guys. David as well
Thank
for
you.
the questions. Always great. Whitney Mallory Wright, which said is enjoying this webinar. Thank you so much. We're very happy to have you here, and it's great to see so many familiar names coming back. It's great to see you guys back here. And also, last but not least, I wanted to say I think the client that you mentioned about that rock track, Cristiano, is here because he just this guy named Roxol Doni just said, I learned.
Yes,
Obrigado,
Broxel, man,
Cristiano.
he's amazing, Brock. Yeah, Broxel was so good, to see, because I said to him, the Broxel, the song is so good. I heard it say, Broxel, man, this song is awesome. But I want to record that, with the proper time, because I was playing like just guessing, and I said, man, I know that I can do this better if the material is better. And he did the job. The song is just, what was awesome. Yeah, we've been doing a couple of sessions and awesome songs. Yeah, man, rocks is just rocks, man. Thank you, buddy. And he's just really improved. This a really great example when you take this time to chat with the clients, and clients understand that if they send like proper material, he benefits with that because the time returns to them in the session. So that's the main thing, is just to make music. If we lose time with the stack issues, or like, oh man, I can't figure out the bad files or something like that, or just trying to figure out the song, we lose time of making music. That's the point. So yeah, the Roxy was so good, just to see that his improvement. And we've been doing awesome sessions, by the way.
That's awesome, man. And that's something that I absolutely love about working with session musicians, because you communicate and you learn things and things that you wouldn't learn the other way around. I also had sessions with other musicians that just told me like, hey man, this sounds great, but you have to do this, like you have to re-record that. Or like I had this audio editing session with Arthur Romeo, which by the way we did a webinar with him last week, and he said, look man, I just edited this. He was tuning vocals for me, and he
Right.
tuned the vocals, and he said, look, it sounds good now, the pitch, but it's not much. If you could book another session for us to do correct the timing of those vocals, it would change the song completely. And I was like, I was hearing the song, and I'm not, I'm not as experienced as him, and I was thinking, okay, it sounds okay for me, but I'll trust him. And then he fixed a couple of parts for me, and man, it completely changed. Like it was another thing. It was another song that I was listening to, so much better, and
Yes.
it's really awesome that we get the chance to learn with professionals like yourself and the other musicians. So yeah, Roxo just said obrigado, uh,
Yes. De nada, de
and
nada.
he said that you're legendary. And Whitney also had a session with you last week, and she said you're a fabulous drummer. So
Thank you. Thank you so
you're
much.
already making a lot of fans here in Musiversal,
Oh,
which is
thanks.
awesome.
Yeah, no, I have to say that because as I said, I've just started like a month and a week, and I've met a lot of people, and in the end of the day, you can see that you make somebody happy with their music. You help their music, and you are doing what you love to do, is play, and you're helping other people's music. That's fantastic, and when you feel that you are really helping them and trying to build the song, or bring some unexpected. Sometimes if we have time, as I said to you, okay, may I try something completely different, just to for you to have you use if you want, but let me just try, like, if we have time. Okay, so play something like really totally unexpected, and sometimes, Oh, I didn't think about that. Thank you so much. Yeah, I really appreciate, like, it's very grateful, to hear those kind of comments. And I mean, I'm here for that, just to play. That's what I love to do. What I've been doing for more than 30 years, and here I am.
That's great, man, and we're very happy to have you here. Well, thank you everyone for joining us today. And Cristiano, thank you for joining us today and sharing
My
your
pleasure.
expertise with drums. Do you have any final words for our lovely guests tonight?
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for all of them, and to just send great piece of music to make my day happy too. Because if I make them happy, I have to say that they make me happy too. Because I'm here, just put my headphones and wow, let's make some music. That's awesome. So I just want to thank you, and thank you all the Musiversal guys. And I have a couple friends here that they are on the Musiversal team too, as session players, and have making new friends here. And yeah, just want to thank you all, and hope to see you at the upcoming session. I have a couple sessions of the couple of weeks, and yeah, I guess I'm just I just look at my calendars, just keeping get booked to say okay, okay, that's good. It's a good sign. And I really
Definitely.
just want to say thank you for all of you, and hope to see you soon.
Definitely. Well, and you guys heard him. He's getting booked all the time. So if you want to have Cristiano playing in your track, you should be getting into Musiversal Unlimited. If you don't know Musiversal Unlimited yet, it's our subscription platform that gets you access to musician producers and engineers for only $1.99 a month. And well, we have amazing professionals and musicians that people are looking to book a lot. So if you want to have these guys in your track, you need to sign up as fast as possible. We have a wait list for our platform right now. And if you join the wait list before August 29th, you'll be getting an invite on October 8th I'm sorry, September 8th to join Unlimited. We do have limited spots though, so please be sure to sign up as fast as possible because, well, Cristiano just told you they are getting booked quite heavily. A lot of people are looking for having them in their tracks. If you signed up for the waitlist after August 29th, you're gonna have to wait until October to get into Musiversal Unlimited. And we do that because we have a limited number of seats that we can, limited number of users that we can get into the platform, so we can make sure everyone gets to book a session. Because that 1 month that we wait to open the window again is for us to get more musicians or get more time with the musicians that are already there. And we only get more users into the platform when we are 100% sure that you're going to be able to drop in and book the sessions that you want to book. If you're not on the wait list, you can just join it very easily. Just go to musiversal.com and it's right there. If you have any questions, any concerns, anything, any suggestions for future webinars, any topics that you would like us to go over, please let us know. You can get in touch with us via email. You can get in touch with us with our Circle community, which you can join for free. Most of our musicians are there as well. And we are very, very happy to hear your comments and make this as valuable as possible for you. Thank you so much and have a great night, all of you.